was warm and breathless. Lights flickered on the pier. I wasn't looking for forever, but somehow you walked near. And just like that, the whole world shifted. Summer held its breath to see two strangers finding something they were never meant to leave. You laughed like fireflies dancing, a spark that shook my chest, the kind of joy that grabs a man before he knows he's blessed. Your hair caught in the moonlight, you smiled at me to try, and suddenly that quiet town felt deeper than the sky. We ran through fields of endings, we were far too young to know, but every step beside you made the summer start to glow. I didn't know how fast a moment could turn a life into a flame, but all it took was one soft glance, and suddenly I knew your name. Before the letters faded, before the heartbreak came, there was a night you changed me just by whispering my name. Before the distance stole us, before the tears we never showed, there was a summer on that shoreline where our whole story overflowed. We climbed the Ferris wheel slowly, your heartbeat pressed to mine, and in that spinning silence we found something divine. You told me you weren't perfect, I said I didn't care. Nothing perfect ever mattered when your soul was standing there. We danced under a broken streetlight, we kissed like dawn was near, and love for just a little while forgot to fill us up with fear. Every laugh became a promise, every touch became a vow. We didn't know the world would break us, we only knew the moment now. Before the letters faded, before the storms tore through, there was a summer evening where my whole life turned into you. Before the choices claimed us, before the years began to pull, there was a night beside the river where our hearts first came unspooled. We were too young to understand what forever really meant, but every star above us knew exactly why it sent two strangers into destiny, with no map and no defense, just the tender trembling wonder of a love that made no sense. And even when the seasons changed and took you far from me, I kept the echo of your laughter where my heart used to be. No matter how the years rewrote the chapters we became, I'll always keep that first soft summer burning quietly your name. Before the letters faded, before time dimmed what we knew, there was a night the world fell silent just to let me fall for you. Before the memories scattered, before our story rearranged, there was a summer on the water where forever first began. I wasn't looking for a lifetime, but you handed one to me long before the letters faded, long before the ending. There was you, and there was me. Summer dried beneath my heartbeat. Autumn crept beneath my door. Your shadow lingered on my memory, but you weren't here anymore. They took you far beyond the highway, where the river couldn't reach. A world of silver spoon tomorrows, where love like mine was out of reach. I wrote you every trembling heartbeat, ink stained with all I couldn't say. But every letter met a silence that slowly carried you away. Your name became a prayer I whispered into nights that wouldn't end. Loving someone from a distance is a grief you can't defend. I kept waiting for an answer, for a word to pull me through, but the only thing the mailbox held was the echo of losing you. These were the letters you never saw, the pieces of me you never held, pages soaked in desperate longing, truths my trembling hands expelled. I wrote you love in every season, I wrote you storms and gentle rain, but the letters that could have saved us never reached you all the same. Your mother said the world was calling, that I could never fit your life, but no one asked what you were feeling, or how we weathered joy and strife. I try to trust the dreams we whispered, try to trust the boy you kissed, but loving someone from the outside is a war you can't resist. And though you lived your life without me, I saw your heart in every place. Every sunset held your laughter, every dawn revealed your face. Your love was truly made for waiting, then I was built to wait for you. But time kept breaking every promise that we once believed was true. These were the letters you never saw, the truth the wind refused to keep, ink that held my soul together when the nights were far too deep. I wrote you hope, I wrote you sorrow, I wrote you faith we'd find our way, but the letters that could have held you never found you, come what may. I never knew the tears you shed, you never knew the tears I bled. We lived two lives on different roads, on borrowed time, on heavy loads. Your silence wasn't chosen, mine wasn't meant to break, but someone tore our hearts apart for both our fragile sakes. Still somewhere in a distant drawer, a ghost of us remains, two names pressed into summer air, still haunted by what never changed. The years moved on without permission, but time could never make me see a single place or fleeting moment where you weren't still a part of me. I loved you in the quiet seasons, loved you through the great unknown, but loving someone still alive can feel like loving stone. These were the letters you never saw, unread vows and unkept dreams, the fragile hope of holding on played out in ink along the seams. I wrote you love in every heartbeat, I wrote you loss you never knew, The rain was soft that quiet morning, light trembling on your window pane, and I was holding on to memories. You could barely say my name. Your eyes were wide with distant oceans, waves I used to walk beside. But now the tide kept pulling further, taking pieces you once held inside. I read you stories of our summers, showed you letters you once wrote, but every line that held our history felt like words you couldn't reach or quote. I traced your hand with trembling fingers, hoping touch might bring you through. But loving someone losing time is watching love forget you too. Yet every day I sat there waiting, hope a fragile, stubborn flame, praying for just one small moment where your eyes would know my name. And then you looked at me and smiled, as if the years had never passed. Just one clear breath, one whispered truth. You came back for me at last. For one sweet heartbeat we were young, running where the river bends. You remembered who I was again, before the moment reached its end. You said you dreamed of Ferris wheels, of fireworks and summer heat, of dancing barefoot in the driveway when our laughter shook the street. I held your face between my palms, afraid the world would steal your light. And sure enough, within a minute, your memories slipped back tonight. But even as the fog returned, your fingers clung a second more, and I would have traded all my years for what that single moment wore. Your voice grew soft, your heart beat slow, but love stayed strong in every beat. Some bonds don't break with time, some lives refuse defeat. And though you drifted out again, I held the memory you revived. You whispered, hey, I know you, proved our story still survived. For in that breath the world rewound, and everything we used to be came flooding back across your gaze when you remember loving me. There are moments time can't shatter, there are promises that stay, even when the mind grows quiet and the light begins to stray. Love remembers what we've forgotten, love rewrites what fate erases. And even when you slipped from me, I still saw you in your traces. You taught me love is more than memory, more than words or borrowed years. And I will hold you through the fading, through the silence, through the tears. When twilight wrapped around your shoulders, I kissed the last tear on your skin, thankful for the fleeting moment when our hearts aligned again. And though the world grew faint and distant, and though your name escaped your tongue, my soul still heard the girl I loved, the one who found me when we were young. And when you looked at me that day, just once more with a spark so true, the whole world bowed its head in awe, because for a breath you remember me and you. And though the time kept pulling hard, and though the night fell quietly, our love lived on inside that moment when your heart reached back for me. So when the last page closes and when the final memory fades, know this: I loved you in every lifetime, in every sunrise, in every shade. And long after your mind stopped knowing, my heart still kept its vow. Because once you loved me fiercely, and somewhere deep you love me even now. Summer dried beneath my heartbeat, autumn crept beneath my door. Your shadow lingered on my memory, but you weren't here anymore. They took you far beyond the highway, where the river couldn't reach. A world of silver spoon tomorrows, where love like mine was out of reach. I wrote you every trembling heartbeat, ink stained with all I couldn't say. But every letter met a silence that slowly carried you away. Oh, your name became a prayer I whispered into nights that wouldn't end. Loving someone from a distance is a grief you can't defend. I kept waiting for an answer, for a word to pull me through, but the only thing the mailbox held was the echo of losing you. These were the letters you never saw, the pieces of me you never held, pages soaked in desperate longing, truths my trembling hands expelled. I wrote you love in every season, I wrote you storms and gentle rain, but the letters that could have saved us never reached you all the same. Your mother said the world was calling, that I could never fit your life, but no one asked what you were feeling, or how we weathered joy and strife. I tried to trust the dreams we whispered, tried to trust the boy you kissed, but loving someone from the outside is a war you can't resist.